I'm positive. Shame. I'm not a big fan of this band.
You know me, I'm not into the bands. I know the song. But
challenge what the chose. Try and keep your head up to the sky. Lovers, they may cause you tears. Go ahead, release your fears. Stand up and be counted. Don't be ashamed to cry.
I know you're gonna go wild right now.
You gotta be bad, you gotta be bold, you gotta be wiser. You gotta be hard, you gotta be tough, you gotta be stronger. You gotta be cool, you gotta be calm, you gotta stay together. All I know, never say today. Oh, what your mind.
Hi, welcome to the Tug and Mule Show. I'm Tug.
And I'm Mule. And if you can't beat them, join them.
Yeah.
This video is intended for entertainment and educational purposes only. Please contact your local representative regarding contractual language and contractual rights. All opinions expressed in this video by Wonder Rosie and Bionic Christine are our own and do not reflect that of our employer. All opinions shared in this video are protected under the National Labor Relations Act, thankfully.
Yes.
All right.
So,
Well, thank you for waiting.
I don't know what it is about coughing and the disclaimer, but it's become like a thing now. It's really weird. So
today we have a
Very
great show
strange.
for you. It's a little bit different. So, you know,
So we have some special guests on from the Teamster Mobilize group that is on Facebook and some other websites, and they're amazing part-timers that have been working really hard. Yeah, I see that. That's awesome.
dumbass. Told you I didn't want him there.
Anyways, they've been working really hard to bring this amazing part-time group together and just mobilizing part-timers and Teamsters and full-timers and just rank and filers across the nation and mobilizing them for a better contract for everybody. So we're super excited to have them on. And they're Jess, Leigh,
Leigh,
and Jose. I'm awful with last names.
Hey, I'm not arguing with you.
Awful. And Jose Negrete.
How many times have you heard my last name and you probably still don't say it right? So you
I-
can't even spell it.
I can't spell it. It's every vowel in the alphabet.
There's no O. There's
whatever.
no O. Anyways,
Whatever.
so
we would like to now introduce to you Jess and Jose. So take it away.
yay!
Hello.
Hey,
We are so glad you guys are here with the Tug and Mule. And the first thing we'd like to do is introduce you to everybody. So we'd like both of you guys to tell us a little bit about yourselves and what local you're from and what your current position with UPS is and how long you guys have been a Teamster.
okay, cool. I'm Jess out of local 728. I work out of the Griffin, Georgia building, about an hour south of Atlanta. My position is ECS clerk / shifter / other. That's my actual classification.
Good job.
Yes. And I have been a Teamster for almost 6 years.
Mr. Mute.
Sorry about that. Okay. My name is Jose Francisco Negrete. I'm out of local 952 over here in Orange County. I work at the Anaheim hub, Twilight. Been a part-timer for 25 years. I am a small sort employee, but I'm also a backup for Overgoods, PSC. So
I think it's her. Cool. Go ahead.
Okay, so how did you guys start the Teamster Mobilize movement?
I went to the second meeting because I heard about some part-timers trying to organize something. And then from there, it grew, from Chicago to Virginia to Georgia to Texas to Maine to Southern California. It's grown through almost for a year now. We're almost going to hit our year. I think in August or September, we're going to hit a year. That's when I first heard about it, and I got on board after that.
You're gonna have to unmute her. Hold on, Jess. Hold on.
I'm fully aware.
Oh, okay. Ask. Oh,
No. I should just
Yeah,
unmute her.
I don't know.
There she
Oh,
is.
there she is.
There I am.
Ta-da!
Yeah.
I think we're
I
getting
haven't been
feedback from
on-
your speakers, so that's why we muted you.
Okay. I haven't been on quite as long as Jose, maybe 3 or 4 months now. I'm not sure. A little while, enough to get to know everybody. Same over the last year or so, I've kind of connected with part-timers in different areas. And I think Matt Cavagrati is who invited me on and said, hey, there's this group. I know you're doing a lot of work down in your local with the part-time movement. Do you want to join this group? And so I said, absolutely. And the rest is history. Here we are.
What do you say to members, and this is for both of you, what do you say to members who say part-time work is not a career?
Well, being unhoused and working for UPS shouldn't be an option as well. But we have members that are unhoused and working at UPS. So I mean, you want at one point UPS, when you worked at UPS as a part-timer, you were making as much as a full-timer. The only difference was the hours worked, but the pay was the same. So we just feel that it's not a career, but we should be getting paid for our service. We offer a premium service as part-timers. And then when we see UPS making billions upon billions and none of that's being trickled down to us, the rank and file, the part-timers, then that's a problem. You know, if UPS could have done the right thing in 2020 with COVID, they could have gave us hazard pay. They didn't. All we got was working 12 hours a day, Monday through Friday, 8 hours on Saturday, 6 on Sunday. You know, that's all we got. And then what we got too was people getting scared because you see these outside agencies, cleaners, you know,
Yep.
dressed up like a NASA astronaut and disinfecting an area while members are working, and members are just scared. You know, we worked through fear during that time because we didn't know anything about COVID. We were just, you know, everything we were getting, it was just like, okay, it was so new, it was different than what came before, like the Spanish influenza or whatever. But it's time that this bill needs to be paid, and we've done our part. Now it's for UPS to do their part.
You wanna do hers?
Yes.
It's making me
Jess could answer that question too.
Yeah, so anybody that works at UPS can tell you that part-time work is some of the most physically demanding, fastest pace, worst hours to work.
Yeah.
If UPS has the money, which we all know how much money we make off of UPS, they make off of us. We know how much they make. We know how much the drivers make. We know the money is there. Like I say, I personally feel like part-time work is worth the same hourly as the work that the drivers are doing. So the money's there. The work is equal, in my opinion. I don't know anybody that would want to go back to the grind of something like the preload. Most
or
people
loading trucks, or
work.
loading
Trailers.
Most
loading
people
trailers.
don't do that kind of work at all, much less at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
That work deserves to be paid. We know the profits it creates, and this is long overdue for part-timers, and it's time to balance the scales.
Okay, Jose, how did the 25-75-5 start?
Well, when we were the first several meetings of Teamster Mobilize, back then we were called Part-Time Organizing Committee. We're discussing things. We're discussing progression, different things. And I remember reading Greg Kerwood from Local 25. He had something which said $20 starting pay, 50 cents, something like that. And at that time, I was like, okay, that's decent, you know. But then I started realizing how much money UPS made, especially in 2020. And I'm like, you know what, 20 is not enough. I remember Sean O'Brien during the campaign talking about $20 for part-timers, which at the time was okay. But then I came to realize, like, $20 that doesn't cut it. It needs to be at least at 25. So we created 25, and then we created, like, okay, what about part-timers that have given their years to UPS? They should be rewarded as well. You know, so, you know, we moved them from 50 cents when I think I first saw it to, like, well, it needs to be at 75 cents. So, you know, we agreed to 75 cents for every year of service plus a 5% wage increase.
Cool. Is it? That's
Yeah, it's you.
That's me.
It's your turn.
So we haven't done this in a while.
It's good. It's good.
We've read a lot of posts that say part-timers should not make full-time wages. What do you say to them?
That you're only dividing the classifications. This part-time versus full-time division needs to stop. Some of these full-timers, they know where they came from. They came from the hub, whether it's a twilight, day sort, reload, preload, you know, whatever it may be. They should remember where they came from. And if a driver never came out of the hub and they just got hired straight off the street, then they should walk around the hub during preload or twilight or day sort or an A sort, whatever sort you want to call it, and see the work that part-timers do.
That's you.
Jess, I have a question. How did the Red Shirt Friday start, and how big has it gotten since it began?
It started back in April out of Local 638 in Minneapolis. And I think Jose brought it to my attention. Maybe shared a couple pictures, and I picked it up out of my barn. Got everybody wearing red, taking lots of pictures, you know, a group photo, or just folks working in their red shirts and just blasting it on Facebook, spreading the word. I know a couple people in other barns, they're trying to spread the word. I was actually on a little short weekend trip to Virginia Beach, and I went to their preload and talked to them a little bit and told them, you know, red on Fridays, and it's just sweeping the nation. It's just getting bigger and bigger, and I'm so excited.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
And can I add on to that too?
Sure.
You know, Rosie, Christine, and I, we've heard, because we've been there for a while, we've always heard part-timers don't care, part-timers don't vote. You know, it's just a oversimplification for a difficult question. It's because part-timers never been engaged. There's never been an engagement towards the part-timers because everything's been geared towards the full-timers. So now, you know, Local 638 in Minneapolis, Jen and myself and other individuals as well, we took it upon ourselves to walk, you know, the hub and tell the members, you know, we need to be wearing red. Red means solidarity. And when I tell a member that's loading into a trailer, I'm like, I point into that trailer. I'm like, you think that during break, do you think that work right there is worth $15.50? And I always get is no. You know, I always get is no. Yeah, because it's $25. And I told him this is about respect. Every contract is about respect. Now, we need to be wearing red to show our solidarity that we want something better, that we deserve something better. You know, so this is also a structure test, is to see how many part-timers are engaged. You know, I know in my Twilight, you know, they're engaged. You know, they want to know more of what's happening with the contract, but that's a different subject for a different day. But they're engaged. You know, the part-timers will come out and vote. They want something of dignity. They want something of that makes their life they could thrive off of. You know, so they want respect, and I think this year, this contract, part-timers are going to come up and vote.
So this is not a question. This is more of a comment. I just want to tell you that I am so excited that you just have you guys on our show and to see all that you guys have done. Like,
She's gonna cry now.
I've been doing this for so many years. I can't even tell you how excited I am to see part-timers out there doing what you guys are doing. This is so amazing. You don't even understand. Christine and I have been in the trenches for over 20 years. And to see you guys as part-timers, to see you online, to see all that you guys are doing is so amazing, because Jose is right. For years, we have heard nothing but part-timers don't vote. And every time him and I ask, well, show me that. Show me where it says that part-timers aren't voting. And it's not so much that they're not voting, it's that they're not being engaged. And you guys have taken the lead on something, and you have really made your voices heard. And you guys have really gone out there and fought. And I can't even tell you how proud I am of you guys and how excited I am that you guys are doing this. And this is so amazing. And I just really hope you don't stop. This contract is not just something that you're doing for the contract, but you continue this, because you guys could become just mighty voices in the union. Like I've been doing this for a long time, and I would love to see you guys continue this and really just become an active voice in your locals, in the national, at conventions, and just keep going and just take that fire to other Teamsters and start educating them and empowering them, because you guys are you're so amazing. You really are. And I just love everything that you're doing. And I just can't thank either one of you enough. Like, it's just so inspiring to me to finally see other Teamsters, especially part-timers, really taking an active part in this union. It chokes me up because I haven't seen it and I just love seeing it. And I just want to thank you guys.
Well, we're doing the work that you've done throughout the years, and we have a mutual acquaintance in Lawrence Cruz out of 396 that proposed things that would have benefited the part-timers, you know. So we're just building off the shoulders of what came before us, and that's all we're doing. And we're not going to. This contract is not where we stop. This contract is where we start. Because after this contract, it's going back to our hubs and engaging each part-timer and telling them the importance of this contract and showing them the importance of why we need to hold this contract towards management when management's always violating it, and tell them, like, no, we need to be doing this. We can't be saying, letting management work. Oh, you know, they're hooking it up for me, blah blah blah. Okay, when they hook it up for you, do they hook it up for you when you call in sick? Or do they write your ass up in the next day or 2 days after that?
Right?
You know, so it's about going back to our hubs and internally organizing and build a true rank and file movement within our hubs, and hopefully it spreads out to other hubs as well.
Okay, I'm going to do some math here, and you might totally disagree with me. So your 25.75.5 would be 75 cents per year service, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
So someone like myself, I've been there 20 years as a part-timer. I would be making $40 an hour, which is equal to, or in some cases more than, a current full-time employee. What kind of wage increases do you think the current full-time employees should get?
If you live somewhere where the cost of living is high, it needs to be, but this goes out for the whole country as well. It needs to be at least 55 or north, because that's real purchasing power for a full-timer RPCD. You know, right now they're at topped out at 42.31 or 43 or so. I don't know where they're topped off at, but that is not real purchasing power. Well, I went to a CAT training today, contract action team training, and I was talking to some RPCDs from Lancaster, and they were telling me they're still struggling, and they live out there in the high desert, Palmdale, Lancaster area, and they were telling me that they're struggling to get by, and these are RPCDs. These are this is RPCDs. So just because we're asking for 25 doesn't mean that part-timers don't care about full-timers, about RPC. No, we do care. We want you to guys, we want them to have an equitable, thriving, and dignified contract. Anything under the 55, for me, if I was a RPCD, I'll be like, no, it's a no-go for me.
You're gonna do.
Yeah, I don't know if Jess wants to say something.
Did you want to comment on that?
Yeah, obviously everybody's wage needs to go up. The last 5 years have been times that none of us have seen in our lifetime. We've been through a pandemic. There's been shortages, prices on certain things have just gone through the roof and have remained there. They're not going to come back down. If anything, they're going to continue to climb. And I feel like even a driver, I feel like their purchasing power 5 years ago at the end of the last contract was more. I feel like that money afforded them more at that time than the money that they're getting now does today. So everybody needs a bump. The money is there. The money is there to pay everybody well, and the companies still do great. The money is there to support everyone. The money is also there to build safe facilities and have supplies on hand to do our jobs, to train management so that they learn how to treat our people well. The money is there.
I don't know. She doesn't know what company she's working for.
Well, and there's money there too. To some of these old facilities like Anaheim, it has no air conditioner. When it gets hot, oh my God, it gets hot. And you're in that trailer, and that trailer's been sitting under the sun, and it's like 100 degrees. So you figure that trailer's at around 120. So they have enough money to put at least some fans in each door in the hub.
That doesn't work. But
Those fans are ridiculous. We call those the last wall fans.
We don't have no
For the
fans.
last wall.
We only have fans. We only have fans in the sword aisle and the walkway, well, the path for drivers to go through in the primary unload, and that's it. There's no other fans.
Wow.
We have no fans.
okay. I don't want to. I don't know any. Do we know any UPS facility that's air conditioned?
I don't know any that's air conditioned.
Off the top of my head, I don't know any that are air conditioned, and I understand. I understand.
I want to ask about La Mirada because it's an automized hub, and it's like I'll ask, but I mean we deserve something in these trailers, man. Well, the loaders do. I know that they deserve something in those trailers.
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure Carol Tomei. I'm pretty sure Carol Tomei, when she was in Ontario loading, she was probably sweating some bullets when she was in there, you know, grinding for those 5 minutes she was in there.
The time that Rosemary grieved her.
Yes.
Yeah, we need something. It doesn't have to be as comfortable as we keep our homes, but like we need something that is a cooling option for everybody.
I think people understand. They don't understand that hub gets hot. I don't care how many fans you have in it. It is hot. And in the summer, we are hot. Just sitting there. Even if we just go in on our tug and we have to sit there for a minute, it's still hot. It's 100 and something degrees in there.
Well, and they don't even have like covered break areas outside.
Right?
Like, not all of them are even covered outside. So you don't even have an area to go sit outside where it may not be as hot that's covered. Like it's so ridiculous how and then they not even all of the break rooms are air conditioned. You know, if you want an air conditioned break room, you're gonna have to go upstairs near like the offices where all of the
Well-
office people are working, and
No,
you
that's
know,
not
it's
true.
just
That's not true.
Anaheim's break rooms are conditioned.
no.
We have air
Some of the
conditioning there.
bathrooms, some of the bathrooms are air conditioned.
I could
and
take
some
a
of them
break
are
from
not.
that.
Some of them are ridiculous, but some of the bathrooms during the summer
Or porta
are
potties.
hot, and during the winter are freezing.
Porta potties.
Oh my god.
It's a mess. It's exactly what you said. It's this huge safety standards that they don't give a shit about, because
No.
it's just easier to just have us work in these horribly unsafe conditions,
I don't
because
even,
it's been acceptable all these years by the leadership that we had.
Yep.
And
I want to say that at least four that I know of, 4 times I saw the ambulance come through the hub when I was shifting in Ontario, which was only for a couple of months.
Yeah.
So
this
I
might
mean-
be the first year we don't have a lot of them because it's not hot right now. But if it starts getting hot, we usually get
Oh, it
them.
will. It will. Come September, August, September, it's gonna get hot.
And let us think about this for a moment, because I don't know if you've ever seen that break room, but if everybody goes on break and they all go to the break room, you can't even fit more than 30 people in that break room. And that's the
Oh,
biggest
And
break
that's the
room we
big
have.
break room.
And,
Yeah. And we're a building of 6,000, and that's our big break room.
Whoa,
and
it was so big.
on top of that, you have your cool solutions, which teaches you, hey,
Drink
don't laugh.
water.
Don't
Drink lots
laugh.
of water.
Don't laugh.
You know
Don't
how
laugh.
many
Don't laugh.
times I've seen members that, because I work the Twilight, so they're loading inside the trailers. How many guys and girls I've seen just like, because they're trying to get, their new hires, they're trying to keep the job, they're trying to impress the supervisors, whatever. They're walking and they're just, a little bit off balance.
Yep.
Face is all flush, shirt is like dripping wet.
Mhm.
And they come in, they go in the restroom, and you could tell their face is like totally like fucked up because they threw up in there like crazy, and I've seen that so many times, and I tell them like, look, sit right here. What area do you work at? I work in Greenbelt. Okay, let me go get the supervisor. Or if I see the full timer, hey, come over here. So that person could be attended to, because they're just working to dehydration, because they're trying to keep the job. And it's, how much more do we have to give? We just had a brother. We had a brother pass away in LA, Esteban Chavez. Where was the day of action for that to address that? I'm like, UPS needs to do better.
Yep.
And they
That's
could. They could. Now will they? That's the question that we want answers to.
You want to, do the cool solutions with us every year. You want us to look at it. And so 20 years of cool solutions, we understand what it is, but when you're sitting on the ramp on a hug and you're in the sun with all that aluminum flashing back at you from the air cans, and you're just sitting there and there's nothing. And then if you're working in the hub and they tell you to go take a break, well, where am I going to take a break where I can cool off? Because there is no real area. If I go outside, there's not a shaded area, but they tell you to go sit in the shade in your cool solutions. And, so it's things like that I don't think people understand. But I get it. I loaded trailers in my first combo job, and I know it's not easy, and my supervisor didn't like me very much. But, I went through over a gallon of water a day when I was doing it. So, okay, moving on.
I was going to say, moving on. We know that 2575.5 is pivotal for part-timers.
Yes.
What other language do you guys want to see in the new contract?
Well, you have been fighting for this language for a while. So has Lawrence. It's that part-timers in the Southwest, other than local 492 in New Mexico, they have, and other regions in the country have this language, except for us, is that overtime after the 5th hour for part-timers. Now, I'm hearing that we're gonna get that language finally. And I hope it's at the 5th hour. But that's something that you've been fighting for, Rosie, and others as well out here in the Southwest. So that's one language that I'm looking forward to seeing and reading. Another one is, of course, more full-time inside jobs or combo jobs, because out here in the Southwest, combo jobs go first to the combo and the existing combo members, and then it goes to drivers with 15 years driving, and then it goes to lastly to part-timers. Part-timers need to be given some sort of respect. We shouldn't be at the bottom of the barrel. Like, oh, okay, we got a combo job. If you want it here, like what? It just boggles my mind.
Took me 12 years to go combo. And I remember complaining about it all the time, that it took so long. And by the time I got there, I was already half broken and old. So now I'm a shifter, and it's a little easier on the body.
And that's 12 years at one of the largest hub west of the Mississippi. So it's a lot harder, takes a lot longer at the smaller hubs.
Oh my God. Yes, it does.
And that's what people don't understand. Like, and I know back east, it's even harder, like for Jess, because they have the drivers that are popping back in, and they have a whole lot of other issues out there where it's even harder to go if they can't go. Because like for us, for Christine and I, we can't become drivers. We have medical issues that keep us from actually carrying a DOT. And there's a lot of people like this, thousands of us across the nation, that for whatever reason, we need these inside jobs, whether they're shifting jobs, whether they're 22-3s, whether they're 22-2s. We need more of those jobs to accommodate those of us that cannot do the package car or feeder jobs. And so, but having that priority for the part-timers is essential so that we can create more of those full-time jobs.
And in the national, I want to see the daily guarantee from 3.5 to 4, because sometimes you get management where they'll try to push as much work as possible in that short little window. And they wonder why belts go under. It's just, and they wonder why packages are falling off the chutes. Yeah, off the chutes. So I want that. I would love to see it increase from 3.5 to 4.
Yeah. I also think that while we're touching on daily guarantee, I really think that whatever the daily guarantee is, that should be anything after that is overtime.
Yes.
Right? Drivers have an 8-hour guarantee. Anything over 8 is overtime. It's not, you have an 8-hour guarantee and anything over 10 is overtime. Right? Whatever your guarantee is, they're going to make you stay past that. It's overtime, right? Well, I also think that you shouldn't be forced to stay past that. Whatever your daily guarantee is, just like most drivers, they don't want 10, 11, 12 hours. Right. Days got an 8-hour guarantee. I want to come in and work 8 hours and go home. Right?
I have a family,
Yeah, part-timers don't get that luxury. Part-time, if we do that, they'll write us up the next day for workplace abandonment.
Yeah.
Or write you out. They could walk you out for that.
Yeah.
Just leave. Yeah, you can't just leave. So you're stuck there. But other times they want people off the clock. So
there was one time I heard that the supervisors were like blocking the stairway so that people couldn't leave. And I told them, I said, I would love, please do that to me, because I'm going to call 911 and I'm going to say, I'm being held hostage. I need the police here. Please come and get me out.
Right.
But nobody's ever done it to me.
They wouldn't do it. They respect you. They respect you. That's why.
They
fear you. They fear you.
Whichever.
How prepared are you guys to vote no if you don't get specific language that you want?
I'll speak. I want to be like what Rosie's done in the past. I'll be out there in the gates and telling the members this is why we need to vote no. It's we need something that's equitable, thriving, and dignified. Anything less than that is unacceptable. You know, now we got rid of this 2/3 rule, right? This archaic rule that we had in the
right.
Constitution. So now what we might face is that a push from, you know, our local administration, our business agents, to say, no, you guys need to vote yes, you guys need to vote yes, you guys need to vote yes, you know. So we might face that, but I'm prepared. I mean, it's time. You cannot kick this can down the road any much longer. The bill is due, and it's going to get paid, you know, regardless how anybody feels.
Yeah, I think that one thing that the part-timers are so upset about is things that they have heard in the past from leadership, or that they hear currently from leadership, whether it's international or at their local levels. They hear one thing, but they don't see those things put into action, right? We hear a lot of, we want part-timers involved. We don't always see those things being put into action when there's plenty of opportunity to do so.
Not here.
So we're here to walk the walk, right? So, you know, we've drawn this hard line, and that's what we're going to stick to. That's what we've had a little bit of discussion amongst our group of what if they offered this? What if they offered this? And we've drawn that line at 25. I've been at the gate telling people, speaking power into them, saying, you deserve $25 an hour. You that just started 6 months ago, you deserve to be paid $25 an hour. Regardless of what the contract puts me at with a catch-up raise, I feel like the person coming in the door needs to be paid $25 an hour. So if it's not 25, our slogan is 25 is the low, or we vote no.
Good job.
And I don't want to hear, I don't want to hear, and we need to reject this thinking that, oh, we're not going to get everything we want in this contract. Okay, if we're not going to get everything we want in this contract, then I want to withhold my union dues. You know, if you're going to get union dues from me, then I want you to fight like hell to get the things that we deserve. And we need to get everything now. There's no greater opportunity than we have right now. We've seen the profits of UPS. We worked through COVID. We know of some of our brothers and sisters that passed away through COVID.
Yep.
You know, we could build on it now to build on it on for the next contract, you know, whatever. That kind of argument is just a pro company argument. You're just arguing, you're just doing the argument for UPS. You know, like, no, that kind of what they call business unionism, it's dead. We cannot go back. For what? We're not in cooperation with UPS. We're in agreement with UPS. If we're in cooperation with UPS, there'll be some sort of respect, mutual respect both ways. There'll be a two-way street, but it's more like a one-way street when you deal with UPS. It's going down your way. And if you don't go to the side, you're going to get run over, you know?
Okie dokie.
What information can we put out for the members to reach you and get involved in this movement? Any part-timers or full-timers or anybody that would like to get involved with you guys? Where can they reach you? And what websites or groups on Facebook or anywhere else that they can reach you guys in?
I think the biggest one is part-time hourly UPSers. Is the biggest Facebook group geared specifically toward part-timers. My name on Facebook is Jess Leigh. Anybody is welcome to message me directly. I've made a lot of my stuff public, so you can see a lot of the stuff that I've been trying to put out there. We don't have a Facebook group. We just have a WhatsApp chat. But yeah, I mean, any of us are super open. We want to hear from people. You know, we hear some of the same things over and over, so we know most people's concerns. But yeah, we want to hear from people. And if there's probably people out there that may want to know, like, what can I do? as, you know, maybe one of the only people at my building. What can I do? You know, reach out to us, reach out to TDU, get them to send you some palm cards to pass out. You know, your locals got stuff. You know, reach out to your business agent, your union steward, say, hey, give me some bling, give me a sign to put in my dash, get me a pin, get me a whatever, anything. Get
red
people
shirt.
fired up and engaged any kind of way you can.
And we have a Teamster Mobilize has a Twitter. So if you go on Twitter, you put Teamster Mobilize without the E at the end for Mobilize, you can find us there. You can find us on we have a website, Teamster Mobilize, but it just shows our demands and stuff like that. But if you go on the website, we have a link to our petition for 25, 75, and 5. So you can sign, you can, you know, fill that out, and then of course you put your email there. Then one of us will email you, and then kind of get the ball started and going with that.
Cool.
All right, awesome. Okay, we'll put all that stuff up. On there and
I'll
for everybody.
mention something. Anybody can do this. Anybody can do anything to get involved. I don't care if you even know your business agent's name, whether you know the name of your principal officer. I don't care. If you know you deserve better as a part-timer, start anywhere. I don't care if you're the only one in your building that wears a red shirt on Friday. You tell the person across from you, hey, dude, we're wearing red because we deserve better. We deserve these things. Wear red tomorrow. Maybe next week there's 2 of you. Maybe the next week there's 4 of you. Take your picture, post it online, like anywhere, start anywhere. Anybody can do it. Nobody's too small. I don't care if you've been there 31 days. Get out there, make some noise.
That's awesome.
That's great. Well, we appreciate your time. It was really nice talking to you guys. Thanks for dealing with our technical issues.
Yes, thank you so much for giving us a platform to speak. I feel like we've had so much support, and it really does feel like teamwork. It feels like everybody working together for the good of all. We're all Teamsters, and I feel like that we're doing a really good job for everybody to work together and win the strong contract that we all deserve.
We're building solidarity. We're trying to build solidarity with in the part-time ranks, but also with full-timers as well, with every classification in UPS. I mean, everybody, an injury to one is an injury to all.
Amen.
Yeah. No, you guys are doing an amazing job. And we just, like I said, I just hope you guys just keep going after this, because this is a movement that can really just take flight, and you guys can really keep the part-timers moving in locals and even take over locals and run for local office. And if you can run for a business agent, do that, and just really start mobilizing more and more of the younger Teamsters to start really getting active within the union as a whole. And I think it's just absolutely awesome what you guys are doing.
Don't cry again.
I'm good.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
That'll be our closing song. Something about
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, we just want to thank you guys for coming on. And so
Well, we'll let you guys get back to your lives.
So much.
Yes. Gracias.
Thanks, guys.
all right, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so we want to just thank Jess and Jose for being on today. That was awesome. And we really love them sharing all the information and education for
Still
everybody.
crying?
And no, I'm good now. Shut up.
You know I'm not going to let it go.
I know this is going to be the new thing now. Like, I'm going to have to edit that part out so nobody will even know what she's talking about.
No.
Since I'm the editor.
No. No.
So.
No, you can't, because it was in the middle of your speech that was so moving that I didn't shed a tear, but it was very moving.
I didn't actually cry.
You almost did.
I almost did, but I didn't. but I got a little choked up because they're awesome. They're just,
They are. They're doing
They're-
they're doing the work.
they're doing the Lord's work, man. And it's just, they're awesome. And we cannot say enough about how awesome they are. And we just want to thank them for being on today. And it was fantastic. And we
We're
wanted
gonna share with you all the sites that they gave us so that you can go and see them for yourself. Post your pictures if you're doing the Red Shirt Friday, which we have mentioned before, but we will say it again, that all part-timers, all full-timers, everybody that doesn't have to wear brown, please wear a red shirt on Friday and let the company know that we're all together. We're united. We're standing in solidarity.
or any day, because I know we have a lot of part-timers out here that don't necessarily work on Fridays. So if you want, just wear red shirts any day. Just start making a red shirt all the time.
No, there you go.
You know,
Everybody wear one every day of the week and then
Yeah.
you wouldn't have a problem.
yeah. So we can always do red shirt Thursdays out here since we don't have part-timers that are working Fridays. And so however you guys want to do it, just start wearing those red shirts
Red
and
shirts.
sending that message to the company. So they know, they see it, they know
Okay.
what's going on.
Do your thing.
So, okay, so we are going to share their information really quick. I always forget how to do this. Okay. Wait, oh, what do I need to do?
Nothing. I was
Nothing.
just worried you were gonna do.
Okay, see, I need to push something. Okay, so this is, where'd it go?
What?
I lost it.
Did you? Oh, you did.
It's like feeding on all kinds of stuff now. Okay, so this is Twitter. If people don't know. Oh, there it is.
Well, that's not.
That's not the right one. Hang on, we'll get it. There it is. That's what we want. Okay, so this is their Twitter page. You go to Teamsters at Mobilize and you will find this is their Twitter page. So go on here, follow them and just start getting all kinds of information that you can on here. So you want to join them on here. So you can post your pictures of the red shirts that you're wearing, whatever day you're wearing them. You can hook up with these guys, get as much information as you can, and just start fighting the fight with them. That's Jess's arm, by the way. And you can just start joining in and getting involved. And there's a whole lot of pictures to all these guys wearing red shirts. There's a lot of information they have on here. They add a lot of education to all their pages. So, and if you haven't seen a lot of the videos, they have a lot of them up there. So that's one thing that we wanted to share with you. And then we also wanted to share, this is their Teamster Mobilize page. So there's a bunch of information on here. And then if you just simply click on the Mobilize app here, it will take you right to their petition. You can sign this petition for the 2575 petition to sign up and continue the fight for this. It tells you all about it here, and then you sign up and you can join that petition page, and you can join the Teamster Mobilize page. And then as well as that, they have their Facebook page. I don't know why it keeps doing that. Nope, that's not it. That's the vote in the no.
That one.
That one. Okay. This is theirs, part-time hourly UPSers. And join, go on Facebook, join this page. And this is another one where they have a lot of information on here and they have a lot of stuff that's going on. And they talk about all kinds of stuff in here. And then you can also find Jess and Jose Negrete on Facebook, and you can contact them as well. And so that's what we wanted to share with you guys.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
To let you guys know. We'll also put the links in those on the YouTube and on our page, so that you guys have all the information for all of this, and we'll make sure
Please
that you guys are
go
all
check
hooked up.
them out. Go check them out and take what they say to heart, because this is your contract. And don't forget to go down and vote for the
Strike
strike vote. Either they're out in front of the building of the guard shacks. For us, they're out in front of the guard shacks, or You
We can go to the
You
local.
can go to the hall.
You can go to the
So-
Rialto Hall, you can go to the Bloomington Hall. Or they're out at various barns. And there's different schedules that they've put out. So, and depending on your local, find out what your schedule is to vote at your local and get out there and do that strike
not-
vote.
Not asking you how you're voting. Not my business, just telling you to get out there and vote.
It's really important that we vote on the strike vote, and it's really important that we vote on the contract when the contract comes out. So,
Yes.
but it is also important that we get involved with this organization with this group that these part-timers have put together, and this fight that these part-timers are doing, and that we all fight for a strong contract
Red shirts.
and get that contract going. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Good.
So, that's about it for us today. This might be a little longer show because of the interview, but we hope you guys liked it. And so here we go.
Yeah, you don't know how to play.
Stand up. Stand up for your rights. Stand up. Don't give up the fight. Get up, stand up. Stand up for your rights.
I'm sorry, people.
Get up, stand up.
I don't know what else I can do. I mean, I've smacked her a million times.
Bye.